This is the kingdom of Nordhold. This is our castle, our kingdom where everybody's working to acquire resources to defend ourselves against the portal. This is a roguelike tower defense worker management game. We need to place towers along the path to defend ourselves. Basically, once we press explore, enemies will start spewing forth. We have a lightning tower. But what I want to do first is hire an additional worker, because the worker management aspect of this game is probably the most important thing. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually do passive wood production. And then I'm going to buy a gold mine, and from there, upgrade the vein tracing, which means the workers that are going to be working gold are more productive. And I want to put all 4 of our workers into gold. And I'll show you why in a moment. But I think right now, with our first tower, a random area of the map will be generated. This is actually fantastic. We've got a nice curve, and we got it early. That's big. We're gonna buy a mill. We're gonna make the mill productive. We're gonna put everybody into wheat production. Oh yeah. I need 60 wheat, 54. And so next turn I'll be able to buy another worker. And let's go ahead and explore. Oh my gosh, another double back? This might be the God Run. I'm telling you, this is a roguelite tower defense, so you know what I'm talking about if you played a number of roguelites, and when you hear this could be the God Run. I've had a number of runs, and I'm feeling really good about this. This is just so curvy, and you know I like my curves. We can hire an additional worker, and now we already have 5 people. Now, if I wanted to buy any more, I would need to buy, well, I guess I would just need 72. So that's not happening next round. And honestly, we probably need some more towers at this point. So I think what we should do is build a quarry. If I could get 30 gold, I could get passive rock production. Let's see if we can't do that. I can do that. We'll get a little bit more of that. And we'll put a tower probably like right here. So we'll explore. Oh, I mean, it's just getting juicier, man. And we can speed things up now. This is wave 3. After wave 3, we get a banner choice now. Before I started this, editor, roll the clip. We actually got to choose a beginning of the run option, and that was to make sure all of these banners were going to be rare. And we're going to make the fire rate of our arrow towers up 36%. And our tower leveled up. Basically, if it kills enough units, gets 6 XP, it can level up much like an RPG game. Alternatively, you can spend gold to manually upgrade them, but I'm saving my gold for special things. So we just unlocked the quarry, and what we want to do is get some passive stone production. These whole like passive production, see how this one's locked? I can't get it. I have to reach a certain level. You just got to play the game more in order to do that, and the runs get easier and easier, at least in earlier portions of them. So at this point, I think right here's a pretty good spot for another arrow tower. Unless we think we can survive. The hero choice is at, well, in 2 waves. I'm telling you, to be able to just put like none of my workers, and still be producing 20 wood and 20 stone is massive. I can't do that with wheat. All right, let's start the next wave. Arrow towers are doing their thing. Nothing's getting through those 2 arrow towers. And I can increase wheat production. And I can buy a really, really powerful tower, but I need to put him on some elevation, I think. And also being able to do it like, I guess that's as good as any. This is going to be sort of my valley of death. Now, the hero choice comes after this wave. We'll explore the next one. Now, right here, if you look carefully, this unit actually has sort of like a lot more health. He's got 2 health bars sections. So the enemies are getting more and more difficulty, but we get a hero, and the hero has magical abilities as well as some passive inactive abilities. And this is going to increase the number of elite enemies, but whenever the elite enemies die, they drop a chest. And chests can be pretty big. So we're going to, plus we get a chest right now, which is just resources. Oh man, I needed that. Gold is good, wheat is necessary, and lumber is necessary. I need all of them. But wood's pretty easy. Wheat gets a new builder the fastest, so I think that's what we're going to want to do. And we got to level up a tower. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do is eke out another worker pretty quickly. Now, we also got magical abilities, a lightning strike and chain lightning. So let's try it out. That's pretty cool. I like that. All right, but we only have 2 energy, so it's not like we can continuously use those abilities. And let's see, do any units get past here? Yeah, some of them do, but there's that chest from the elite unit. And we get to choose a banner. Arrow towers generate wood every wave. Yes! I am loving this run. I love when it gives me economic choices. So I need to figure out what I want. I can choose wood, gold, or wheat. We've got plenty of wood, so it's gold or wheat. We're gonna hire this worker. We can already do that now. I guess it's gold then, isn't it? So that's pretty cool, and we can also level up a tower. Yeah, honestly, I think like passive production is what I want to get right now. So the more gold, the more I can do that. I can also buy another tower, and I'm thinking another one of these. Oh, I really wish we had a higher tile in this swirly bit here. But what we can do is an arc tower. That'll help concentrate this. And then since we're getting really good benefits, what I want is this guy to actually target the enemy nearest to the village. All right, let's see what we got. We're gonna get a mission choice, but we're gonna skip it. Oh yeah, lightning on the blues. Oh wow, did I miss? I must have missed that lightning shot. But if nothing gets by my midsection and doesn't get to the back line, then I'm a happy person. So the mission comes from the lighthouse over here, which allows you to send workers to acquire valuable loot. But I don't think we're ready for that. I've got 6 workers, but I really need them. So a common banner, a rare banner, or a legendary banner for how many workers for how many waves, that is a massive commitment. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Now, I think what we want is passive stone production. And then we're gonna wanna get the passive wood production for 75. That's gonna take a little bit of time. But I basically can keep 1 worker and get 42 wood, and 1 worker and get 50 stone, which is, it's just nuts. It is nutty. Now I'm gonna get a frosty tower. This is a pretty good spot to probably put it. I think it is. Yeah, we'll do it. Why not? And we put this guy, we just get more wood production. I have no idea what I'm doing in terms of tower strategy. I'm just hoping for the best. Oh look, we have an elite right here. So we'll pause it and hit him with a lightning, which I think as long as the tiles are blue, the enemies move slower. Or maybe the enemies that were affected move slower? It looked like the ice killed them. So wave 10 is a boss wave. That's gonna be our mission today, is to at least make it to that. Hey, there it is. So wow, that's actually a lot of elites. None made it past the midsection. Oh, the market was opened. We don't have enough gold for any of these options, which stinks, but you can pause and see. The next normal chest will definitely contain relics. Bummer. So at this point, I know I want gold. So we're gonna do that. That's actually rather fortuitous because what I'm gonna be able to do is increase my gold efficiency per worker right now and just put it all in there. And I should have enough resources to buy another really, really good tower. Oh, the Raven Tower. You guys haven't seen that yet. This thing's kind of nuts. All right, let's find the tallest spot, which is right here. And this thing, it says, unleashes destructive shots over a massive range. And we'll tell them to target the thing with the most health because, well, that could be the boss. And he just shoots like this massive like red laser beam at his enemies. All right, who do we want to target? You, with a lightning bolt. And you over here, because it chains around him. So there's nothing I can do now. I have no magical abilities. Please, no leakage. Oh, we did have leakage. But this arc tower in the back should be able to do them. I guess only 1 or 2 got past that. Oh, a legendary one. Fire rate of arrow towers goes to 99%. I mean, that's pretty great. I think we got to take that. And there's something called like tower fusion. All right, what do we want here? We'll take the gold. We have a ton of gold. This feels like a god run to me, at least the best run that I've ever had. Each run will be naturally better than your last one because there's meta progression mechanics in this game, which do make it a lot of fun. And I think what I wanted to do was increase, whoa. Oh, we got passive gold production now. I'll do vein tracing and then I'll just stick them in here one more time to get even more gold and then do some passive gold. That is so cool. This is epic. Now all I need is some passive wheat production and all my resources are getting real juicy. So what do we want? An arrow tower, which produces wood? The answer is yes. Or do we want a mortar tower? Actually, the mortar tower is cheap. So right now we're gonna do that. This is also cheap, a shadow tower. Sure, where do we want it? Probably over here in our Valley of Death or right before it. Oh, it does weakening spells, right? So we want it weakening stuff right as it's getting in here. All right. Oh yeah. Grimlot the Bandit King is down here, guys. He's the boss. This is wave 10. I was getting a little bit excited and a little bit ahead of myself. I can actually buy it. I can still buy an arrow tower. But he's already down weak. I remember the first time I faced him, I was like, no way, dude. Like, He's so strong, but this Raven is just crushing him. He's not going to get his last shot off. But I don't think anything's even making it past here. We've already used our energy. Here's good old Grimlock. When he dies, he's going to drop 2 legendary chests. Look at these. Oh, yes. And we leveled up some towers. So we just beat the boss. We've got 2 legendary chests. From them, we get our legendary banner. All of these seem to affect the Volcano Mortar. And I think making a bigger area of effect is a pretty good idea. But you might notice one minor detail. We don't have a single Volcano Mortar on the battlefield. So that's really unfortunate. And we get a legendary item. Okay, I think this is pretty big. Critical chance up by 75% for all towers. So, a Volcano Mortar it is. Actually, hold on. We do have one of them. Okay. We still have this twisting area, which we're not really using, but now we have a newer and arguably better twisting area. Putting towers in and around here is going to be pretty important, I think. So we'll put it right here. And we have enough for another tower. I've never clicked the castle, and we've got some pretty interesting upgrades. There's so much depth. But what we want to do is make wood harvesting a little bit better. And with 2 new towers, I think we're ready to go. There are some interesting buildings still out there. Breweries, and taverns, and workshops, as well as the trading post and the statue. Let's just explore the next area. And we've got an elite out here. And this Raven should probably target that elite pretty well. Now, if you look at the amount of damage done, there's a lot of units that are leaking through and getting to like sort of our main area of defense with high amounts of health. So we got to figure out what's the best way to really like soften them up. And I think that runestone towers are usually really, really good at that, as well as the arc towers. See, look at that. Those ones kind of are getting through. And once you get a big group of full health soldiers, there's more than likely going to be a leak. Now, not right now, but eventually. So after these last 2 stragglers are taken down, we're going to be able to unlock this chest, which should just be resources. Hey, we leveled up a few towers. We can produce a lot of wood and a lot of stone really quickly, and we held that wave. So we're going to take wheat so that maybe we can harvest, or rather get another worker. The next worker is actually going to cost 80, of which we cannot afford right now. I think the best bang for our buck is actually evolving our houses to be Scandinavian style. Oh, we leveled up the Raven Tower. And I think putting one of these guys in around here would be pretty good. So we're saving up our wood. I've got plans for it after this wave, assuming we survive. We do have 1 additional tower, a runestone here. So he should soften them up quite a bit. And it looks like we got some kind of a boss unit, a strong unit. He's weakening them so the units aren't getting through, well, nearly as strong. But we are going to want more and more towers up here if we're going to want to, you know, stem the tide of invasion. This is kind of looking scary, honestly. Let's see. Do any get by? Yeah, they're starting to get by. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, that definitely made me a little bit nervous. I think this lucky shot is a really good one. More damage and an extra shot chance of 10%. We'll take it. The Shadow Tower leveled up. This Arc Tower leveled up. The Volcano Mortar leveled up. And I should be able to go Scandinavian style, which increases OE, okay, just by 2. That actually may not have been, that wasn't as efficient as I thought it was gonna be. But we can make hiring workers cheaper, and we can get another one out with the wheat that we have. By the way, whenever you buy a person with wheat, it sort of makes it sound very similar to Age of Empires 2. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm curious about this tornado tower. If I put it here, will that be enough? We'll upgrade this runestone tower, and then we're gonna need to pray to RNGesus to bless us. Oh man, that's so many units. All right, so the tornado's going, and it's going down the path. I don't know how much damage it's actually doing. Chain lightning. Okay, it did some. Please don't leak. We're gonna have some leakage getting to the very last line, but we will be able to hold. It's just getting so close. So your hero's leveled up, and when he levels up, we get a lot of cool options. We can upgrade our spells. I think upgrading the chain lightning was probably better, as it's more of a crowd control. And we can deal. Oh, wait, do we get an extra spell? We also get to enhance our passives. I think each worker generating 1 gold per wave is pretty solid. And increasing the runestone fire rate, I think, is the play. We use those, and we're heavily reliant on them. Oh, Both of these are really, really good. All your towers gain 15% accuracy, or elite enemies reduced by... these are both tempting. I'm gonna get the Necrotic Curse. Got a couple upgrades. And as far as towers are concerned, I think an Arc Tower right about here. Ooh, 2 Arc Towers would be pretty juicy. Yeah, 2 Arc Towers. We've basically upgraded everything, so we're just gonna need more and more wheat. And I think that's what we need to spend gold on, is the wheat, which we're gonna need to get 55. The next wave it is, and we're gonna have a mission choice after this, of which I'm not gonna commit any of our forces. So I upgraded my lightning net, and it didn't seem like it lightning netted people. Are we? Oh wow, we're having elites with 3 blue hit bars. We're definitely weakening more and more of them. I think we'll be fine back here with the rune stone in the 1 arc tower. Oh, this guy back here is like, hey man, I can level up too. Woo! Oh wow. One of these guys like exploded and turned into a lot of little ones. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna send our workers. We're not that far enough into the game to where we can do that in terms of meta progression. We are now gonna have really good... Oh, ooh, I want both of these things. I guess I'll have to wait and start putting people on wheat. Workers are gonna cost 84 wheat. So everybody has to go to producing wheat this turn. And I think another runestone tower out here would be pretty good if I could just find the right spot. What you really want is like a 3 on a giant curve. A 3 or 4 rather. But I think I need that gold, so we're actually gonna just do another mortar. Wave 15. Do we got it? When we speed things up, it gets really nervous. I think we do. Ooh, leakage. Whew. I did not like that at all. Okay, and these are the things that explode and let out like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we need to destroy those early. Hey, wow. Okay, shadow towers are better now. Got quite a few level ups. Oh, this area is massive. Like for example, I guess that guy has a huge area. That's the tower we're gonna need if we can afford it. We'll hire a worker there. All of our wheat is now gone. We can, I think we might do this. I guess it would be better to just get more passive. We need 75 gold, and we're gonna need a lot of towers. So I think the arc emitter right around here just covers such a massive area. And if you look, even a little bit of like this track right here, so you can fire pretty early. And that's all we got. The boss wave is in 4 waves. Oh wow, is that a force field? Who's got the force field? Okay, I blasted magic on a force field thing, and of course, this is the first time I've ever seen a force field. I'm a little bit nervous about that. And this guy's doing okay, but he's just softening them up. Oh man, that is just a massive, massive trail of troops. Oh, that is a huge leak. They're all weak enough, but here comes the force fields. I think something looked like, oh yeah, they've all exploded and let out like their little minions. I'm not sure what kind of the carrier unit is. Woo! Very, very close. Okay, these things. These trolls. This is not going to be good. And by good, I mean, we barely hold on. But we did. Oh, okay, we will take... I mean, that's a lot of stone. And we could use that. We'll take the gold, though, for upgrades. Man, everything leveled up. We're going to get 40 passive wheat. Now, I feel like I have to buy a tower here. I can buy 2. I can buy 1 shadow tower. And it increases the damage that they get for 5 seconds. So if I put him here early, they'll take more damage. 1 misses. Yeah, like it should work here, is the theory. Dude, there's so many of these little like bubble force fields. All right, so I'm thinking the Dark Tower getting them 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. I guess we did place them a little bit too early because it sort of takes them about 5 seconds just around this bend. You can still see them curse, so my Mississippis aren't actual seconds. So they make it to here. You can see these little like purplish vortexes. So if we'd put another Dark Tower earlier, they'd really, really get hit hard. But there's nothing else I can do. I can't do any magic, so we just gotta hope and pray that we can hold the line. Yikes. All right, we did have some leakage that time. We're 19 out of 20 health. But we can afford any tower in the game that we want. Our economy is incredibly strong right now. And I can even buy an additional worker. Wheat is only really used for workers. Oh, wow. We apparently that last time we explored opened up 4 different portals. So that's not terrifying at all. I think slowing them down in this area would be big, especially right around this guy. All right, that's all we could do. We'll be able to buy 1 additional worker after this turn, assuming we survive. We were only able to put, what, 2 more towers in? Is the slowing tower doing its thing? It's supposed to make it so that our rune stone tower here is able to do more. We just got kill 1,000 enemies Steam achievement. Ooh, okay. Arrow towers generate more wood, I think is good. But bleeding, I think, is going to be more important. I like all of these, but I think bleeding is going to be better since we have so many arrow towers. Your next upgrade to barrier damage has a 10x effect. Wow, this is pretty good. We're going to take that. The Torch of Fortune. By 1 additional worker, we're up to 10. And with no workers assigned, you can see we've got a pretty good economy coming in here. I put an arrow tower and a volcano mortar here. We're at wave 18. We would love... Oh my gosh. This is absolutely nuts. I don't know what kind of tower you need to take down barriers, though. I guess ranged weapons don't work, like, outside the bubble, so things that shoot really far is sort of my theory on it right now. We're gonna get very close to leaking. 1 made it through? Something else around here needs to be put in. I want another shadow tower right in here. And I guess we could get a tornado tower, which, why not? And another arrow tower. And is this the boss wave? This is the boss wave. It is wave 20. My goal was to hit wave 10. We've done that and then some. So I think what we want to do is hit him with the base spell of Lightning Strike. And here he is. He's got, 30,000 HP, no problem. Oh, my Lightning Strike does 900. So actually it'd be better to do a Lightning Net on him. It didn't even look like his health bar went down and just blast him twice with that. Magic spells, I feel like there's probably some kind of a wizard's tower in our kingdom that we might be able to upgrade at some point. Like that might increase the amount of energy that we have available or something like that. Could be. I don't know, man. This one's pretty crazy. All right, so what does this mean? He's got 20 armor? He's getting hit by something, probably the Raven. Oh no, he's getting hit by this arc tower. I'm gonna hit upgrade on this arc tower, and I probably should have done it a lot earlier. Yeah, I should have done that way earlier, because look at how many weak units are making it through this gauntlet. If we had like a few arrow towers along this way, that would get rid of a lot. But this is what I'm really worried about. This is giant chunks, full health units making it back here. So if we could at least kill their boss before they get through, that would be really cool. I have nothing I can spend. There's nothing I can buy either. This may be the end of our Nordhold run, but honestly, for me, getting to wave 20 is a pretty big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my honor to serve with you here today. Death comes for the kingdom, but remember, it's a roguelite game, so death is only the beginning of another run. But with meta progression, well, you get to choose a reward. What do we want? Sacrifice workers to obtain powerful relics. Okay. Or risk reward. But like, look at how much we unlocked. Harvest Lord, Guardian of the Forest, Heart of the Mountain, Master of Riches, Source of Wealth, Wonder Seed, and Guild Hall. Plus, our honor is 557, and this is the meta currency that I was talking about. Wow. Increase the choice of legendary relics that a boss drops by 1. Ooh, this is... I like these because I start the next round with more resources. Anyway, if you guys want to see more Nordhold, pull the trigger on the like button and let me know. I'm going to be here for a while.